What's scarier, the monster outside your door or the one inside your mind? Welcome to Fearapy Sessions, horror from our perspective. We are your hosts, Pam and Domonique, two Black women therapists who live and breathe horror. And every week, we'll dive into the creepiest corners of film and culture through the lens of psychology, identity, and lived experience. From psychological thrillers to haunted houses, from the horror of not being believed to the monsters of the mind. No fear goes unanalyzed. Welcome. Hey, y'all. Hey, welcome back to Fearapy Sessions. I am your co host, Dominique.
And I'm Pamela.
And so today's episode, we are going to be hopping back into the Science of Fear list. And so, yeah, I'm really excited to jump back into this list for this episode. But before we get started,
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler. Some of these are pretty
Spoiler
old,
alert.
though, right?
Yeah. The newest one on there is The Conjuring. The Devil Made Me Do It.
Yep. And then maybe The Visit, but that's still 10 years old.
Yeah. But most of these movies have been out for a few years. But yeah, even still, if you need to take a pause and revisit the list and look at numbers 40 to 36 to know what we're going to be talking about, go ahead and pause and then come back after you've watched them. Most of them are a quick watch.
Yeah.
Most of them are a quick watch. There's one in particular that's a boring watch, and we'll get to that in a second.
Slow. I would say
Most of them are.
it's a couple of slow watches up here.
Yeah, for sure. All right, well, we're going to kick it off with number 40.
Yeah. And
Number 40.
Can we add that what we're looking for in this is, should they even be on the list? And
Should
are
they
they
be
in
on
the
the
right
list?
place on the list?
Yep, that's right. So should it be on the list? Are they in the right place? And I guess our overall thoughts about the movie. So kicking it off with 40, Paranormal Activity 2. It came out to 2010, Todd Williams. So it was essentially the prequel to 1.
It was the
But the prequel
to
by days. Like, yeah. And so we're hanging out with the sister of the main character from Paranormal Activity, the first one. And they got some weird stuff going on in their house. And things like, again, we not believe in children. We not believe in women.
or dogs.
Or dogs.
Believe your pet. He says something's going on.
Right. And also, what's the point of having cameras in your house if you're not going to watch them for verification?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, if my child got locked out of the house and my little one was inside, the first thing I'm going to do is check the cameras.
First thing.
Right? I'm going to check the camera to see what happened and why she went to that door in the first place, how she got locked out.
Yeah.
I'm going to check the backyard cameras to see, like, did she actually say she tried to get in when she tried to get in, or was she being sneaky?
Yeah.
And then absolutely, I'm checking the camera with my baby to see how long my baby was by himself and what was going on in that room and how long he was crying and all the things. Because, that's ammo. Because if she was doing, you'd be like, you had him sitting in there crying because you went outside because you thought you heard something. Whatever. I'm checking that camera.
Yeah.
They ain't checked that camera.
Let's take it a step further. As a parent, the first thing I would have been checking anyway is who was over your house, because her whole boyfriend was there earlier. And so why was this boy? I would have been that parent that jumped straight past the scary stuff. But why this boy in my house?
Right.
That would have
Like,
been the
what
first thing.
is
And why y'all playing with a Ouija board?
But again, why do you also, I realize, not everybody has the same anxiety as some of us.
Right.
Shout out to maternal anxiety. But I left my teenager with my child at home. I'm checking the cameras constantly.
At the restaurant.
Constantly. At the restaurant.
I don't know if
My
they had
husband's gonna
that.
be
I
like,
don't
I
think
need you
they
to
do that.
chill. I need to. Oh,
You
know
gotta
what? You're right.
remember
This
the
is
time.
2010.
This is 2010.
This is 2010. You're
And
right.
and it took place before then, because just to throw this in there,
Yes.
this is the found footage era. Okay.
Yep.
So we're talking found. A couple of our are things the on the list are found footage. And so this took
Mhm.
place in the '90s probably. And so they didn't have smartphones to look at the camera. So we'll give them that because back here in 2025, I'm gonna just set my phone up at the restaurant and watch you the whole time I'm not there.
Yep.
Anxiety. It's okay.
Yep.
Um,
Yep.
so yeah, so let me okay, question for you. I had to watch this with 2 different types of lenses. I had to watch it in the when it came out, did it scare me? Versus how I feel it takes a lot to scare me now. But when I look
Mhm.
at it in my current lens, I'm like, "That's stupid. That's dumb. Why'd you do this?" But when I back then, I'm not gonna lie, this did scare me a little bit when I
You
first
think
saw
I
it.
don't it had like, I think even back then it had some jump scares.
Yeah,
I didn't think it was scarier than the first one.
it was not. Yeah.
Yeah, it definitely wasn't scarier than the first one. It had some good jump scares.
Mhm.
I will give it that.
Yeah, I will also say watching this one is one of those movies that I felt like they got what they deserved at the end, because
Uh-huh.
basically the mom in this second one got possessed, and as a
Yes.
result and they got possessed, and I'm sure there'll be other paranormal on this list that we'll talk about later, but to save his wife and his son, the father pretty much gave up the aunt, who was the person in the first one. So he pretty
Mhm.
much made her possessed to save his wife. So at the end of part 2, sister barged in and snapped some necks, threw people into cameras, and well deserved.
Yep. That's where I felt like things ramped up.
Mhm,
Is in that
and then it
moment,
was over.
but when they were and then it was over. But when they were talking about, like, you have to give it to a family member, I was like, you don't have an older aunt, an obnoxious cousin,
Something.
a grandparent that's in hospice, like, something. Why are you doing this to the sister?" But I get it.
Yeah.
It had to make the connection between the first one, but they absolutely got what they deserved.
Yeah, and the daughter even said it like, "That's auntie. Like, she just
Yeah.
was over here swimming with us yesterday. Like, what are you doing?"
Right.
But
Right.
that was her stepmother, and so,
Mhm.
it's not like they were any kin, so they were like, "Okay, whatever." So they definitely
Mhm.
got what they deserved, but if you haven't watched this, just skip to the hour in. An hour in, you're not gonna miss
Yes.
anything. They're
I
just
gonna
hanging
miss
out at
nothing.
school, cups are falling over. You wouldn't miss a thing. Just skip to the
Yes.
end.
Pots are falling off the rack
Yep,
above the stove.
yep, just skip to the last 25 minutes, and you'll be
Kitchen
fine.
almost caught fire.
Yeah. Is
Yeah.
this where it should
Just
be?
skip.
Do you think that the number I think
No,
it's what should it be for you?
I think it's close to the bottom.
So, like,
If
49?
on the list at all. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, I can see 1 being on the list, but 2, I'm like, "Meh."
Mm, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, and so that's 40. 39 is kinda similar. What do you
I
think?
man, oh, I'm sorry, as my 4-year-old says, boring.
Yes.
Boring.
So, the Blair Witch Project. I had to put on that same lens again. I had to think about when I first saw it versus how I look at it now.
Mhm.
How did you think about it when you first saw it?
So, I think if I would have seen it in the movie theaters before we realized that it was not real, I probably would have been scared.
Mhm,
But
mhm.
I saw it, DVD at home after we knew that it was a hoax, right?
Uh-huh.
That it wasn't a real thing, and so, like, I'm watching it, and I promise you I did and I've rewatched it. I promise you I did the same thing then as I did recently when I rewatched it and had to, like, rewind and be like, "What was scary about this?"
And
Like,
I was
why were
scared.
people so afraid? Like, what was going on? But again, I didn't watch it in the theater. I'm
Mhm.
watching it from even when it came out on DVD, I'm watching it from the lens of, "Let's figure out why people thought this was actually scary."
Right, right.
And I don't see it.
I
I don't
saw it
see
at
it.
the movie theaters. I did. I saw it
Mhm.
in the movies, with my high school sweetheart at the time, and I was scared because
Mhm.
this was the first of its kind. So they promoted this
Yeah.
and Paranormal as documentaries, right?
As
And
real.
so
Yep.
and we weren't going in the woods, and it was realistic in '99 that you were in the woods without a phone. That was realistic.
Mhm.
And so we were looking at this, because in case you don't remember the plot, it was, I wanna say 3 documentary friends, filmmakers, they went to the woods to see, to look into this Blair Witch type situation, the urban legend or whatever it is. They didn't think nothing was gonna happen, but they knocked over some stones, they messed with stuff in trees, and the Blair Witch was after them. So I'm gonna tell you that for me, there was a lot of unknown, and just that thought of it being real back then was scary. The whole snot out the nose thing, The bad lighting and camera stuff was just the part that was scary to me, and my high school sweetheart at the time, he thought it was funny. He would just jump up in the middle of doing whatever and go stand in the corner, like, facing the corner. And I'd be like, "What?"
I even that part, because I was just like, "There's no context to this," and I get it, it didn't have to have context, but we hear her screaming like, "What's that?" And I'm like, "Well, what is it? Like, what's
Yeah.
going on?" And then you just see him standing in the corner, and then the camera drops. I'm like, "But what happened?
See, I'm the kind of
What
person
happened?"
that my brain can make something way more scarier than any director can do, and so if you leave
Mhm,
me to my own vices and I'm sitting here thinking, I've created a whole scene in my head and no one
right,
else saw it. So at that time, it was scary. Fast forward to
mhm,
now, we got cell phones, smartphones, and stuff. This just would not happen. I would not
mm-mm.
be in the woods with a video camera.
Yeah, but I still don't think it is. I think it should be much lower if even on the list, and even considering how scary it was for people then,
Mhm,
it's not translating into scary now, right? Like,
mhm.
it's not there is no longevity for this movie,
It didn't
I
age
feel
well.
like.
It did
I
not age
think
well.
it did not age well, and I think that they're flying off the hype of when it first came out, but I bet you if you like, when did they do this experiment? That's what I need to know,
Yeah.
because there's no
This is
way that people would think this
2025.
is scary now. There's no
Yeah.
way people think this is scary now.
'Cause
Like,
there's
it
no real jump scares in it, to be honest with you. It's
no.
just this thought of being hunted and being stuck in the woods, and you can't get out the woods and whatever. This is
That
before
was
GPS and all that
unnerving.
stuff. Yeah.
Yes, that was absolutely unnerving, and just been like, "Oh my gosh, we live here now."
Yes.
Like
It's
that.
home.
Yeah, that is I could see that being
Yeah.
scary. If that's what it is, then I'll give them that, because that did like the thought of that made me uncomfortable, like not knowing how to get out. But then at the same time, I think my brain was like, is it that they don't know how to get out, or is it that they can't cooperate? Like, they're not working together enough to
And they
try to
weren't.
figure this out. Also, why haven't you made any markers? Like,
It's a
yeah,
lot,
that was
but again,
just
it didn't age well because especially because 'cause we're exposed to so much stuff now, and we have so much
mhm.
technology, and we got maps. We got so much stuff now that the thought of this happening is, like, not realistic, so I feel like Paranormal and Blair Witch Project, for this to be scary to someone now is weird. But
Yeah.
I think it did what it had to do when it came out.
Mhm.
It was one of those found footage type things, but
The way listen, the advertisement and the rollout of this film,
mhm,
yes,
they did a
it
good
did
job, yeah,
it did exactly what it needed to do,
yeah.
for
But
sure.
but it should
Yeah,
be retired off the list 100%.
yes.
Yeah.
Alright, so the next one is, and I'm gonna be honest, I don't know how I missed this. This
Mhm,
was my first time seeing this one
mhm.
because
It's good,
I
I
hadn't
liked
seen
it.
it. I didn't even
Yeah.
know it was on. So the 38 is The Conjuring, The Devil Made Me Do It. It I'd yeah, it's okay, I can see why this one's on the list.
It should be on the list.
I will say that.
Yeah, I know we already talked about one of the Conjurings in that 40. And we did say that there will be all of them will most likely be on the list, and I think this one
Mhm.
deserves to be on the list. It touched on their real cases
Yeah.
again. This was just one of the many cases. It gave very much a cult, so it was scary. It had some jump scares.
Mhm. Yeah, it did, and it was the scene with the heart attack, and,
Mhm.
like, I felt that, I was like, "My
Yeah.
gosh." Like, well, I mean, we know he lives, but that was a good scene. There were a lot of good scenes in this movie, but I could see it being on this list. I think it's okay where it is.
Yeah, I think it's
It's
okay where
it
it
was
is.
definitely scary.
I guarantee there's other movies farther down the list that it could switch with, honestly.
Mhm.
This one, even some of them that's coming up is probably, in my opinion, a little scarier. It's very supernatural because it's demonic, of course.
Mhm. Mhm.
Demonic haunting mixed with a little bit of somebody innocent being possessed, and now they're trying to get him off from, murder
Mhm.
or whatever. And so again, this is based on like real cases that the Warrens had. And so that
Yeah.
element, just like the other ones, that element of reality in there kind of makes it like, could this happen? So I think
Yeah.
that true crime feel made it, a little more scary or realistic.
Mhm. Mhm.
Yeah. So,
Yeah,
I say I agree with you, this one should be on the list. If you haven't seen it, go watch this one because
yeah,
it's
go watch
slipping
it.
it was so many movies coming out during this time, The Nun and everything else. I feel like this one got it kinda slipped in the cracks a little bit.
It did because I'm like, I don't even
I didn't watch
remember
it
this
when it
one
came out.
coming out.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
watched it, like, this summer.
yeah.
Yeah, so I missed it too, so definitely a good one, though. So, yeah.
But I will say you had made a comment, about the most recent one, The Last Rites, and feeling like it was wrapping things up because we were seeing glimpses of things. You see the nun in this one, and you see Annabelle in this one too.
Yes.
And so I feel like that is their way of maintaining the connections between all of the movies is that you're gonna get a
Mhm.
glimpse of something from one of the other movies,
Yeah,
like the little
it's
Easter eggs. So yeah.
same
Yeah.
universe. I love that. I love universes,
Yep.
so definitely the
Yep.
Conjuring universe is a good one with the nun and Annabelle and everything. So, yeah.
Mhm.
So, yeah, I have nothing else to say about that one. It should be on the list.
Nope. Yep,
Yeah.
it should be on the list.
So that gets us to
Next.
37. It. It. And this is the first chapter 1 is what I'm of the remake, right? Is this
Mhm.
chapter 1? Seemed like it was so much longer than that when they made the first one.
I think it wasn't it combined? No, no, no,
No,
no,
well,
because we never see them as adults.
they
Yeah,
separated it,
yeah.
unlike the miniseries, but so this is
Mhm.
it, the first remake going back to they kept it very close to the series, and I would say this one was good. It was scary. It had
It
some jumps.
was.
I was scared.
Yep.
Yeah, I forgot about the original one, which was scary when I was a kid. This one was, like, extra scary and gory.
Yeah, there was yeah, we got more of the technology and the animation and the CGI was definitely a lot gorier. I enjoyed this one a lot, and I do it made me uncomfortable. I
Yeah.
will say that it for sure made me uncomfortable. This Pennywise was a lot creepier. Shout out to the
Mhm.
Skarsgård family because they be doing they thing,
Yes,
okay?
they do, 100%.
Yeah, I was this version of Pennywise for Halloween, 2020, I think it was. I
Mhm.
won a contest
Yeah. Yeah. Oh,
because
I
this is
loved
a
it.
creepy Pennywise. The original one was just like it felt like a sad, weird dude who was
Yes.
playing clowns at kids' birthday parties,
And no
and maybe he
shade
got
at all.
possessed.
No shade at all to him because I think that really made people afraid of the normal clowns or
Mhm.
even the
It
happy
did.
clown, but this Pennywise gives you crazy, straight asylum,
Demented.
demented,
Yep.
like, it was like, it's something about, like, the original Pennywise, and I don't know why I'm so mad at myself because the original actor just flew right out of
Tim,
Curry.
yes,
Is it
Tim
Tim
Curry.
Curry? Tim Curry
Yep.
did an amazing job. I loved everything he was in he was low key a scream king back in the '80s, and I loved everything he was in, but he gave
Mhm.
very theatrical Broadway to Pennywise.
Mhm.
This one right here gave yeah, I just escaped from the hospital, and so it kinda went into my head in a little different way, and it was very when he changed it to other things, it gave monster.
It was so dramatic. It was so just yes.
Mhm,
It gave you a new element
mhm,
and understanding of Pennywise
yeah.
that the first one tried to, but yeah, this movie definitely did it.
Yeah, I think it should be farther down the list. I think it should be at least in the 20s. He's early
You think so? I think it's okay where it is.
okay. Maybe
It
at least
deserves to be on the
30.
list. Absolutely.
Give it 30.
Um, okay. I
In
would
comparison to other stuff on the list, I'm like,
yeah. I don't think it breaks the 30 barrier for
mhm,
me, but yes, it absolutely deserves to
yeah,
be
yeah,
on the list.
yeah. Mm,
And so
let's
going
see.
into our last
The
one.
last one. The last one's so funny to me. I didn't think.
Yes. So
Yeah.
the last one is The Visit, in all honesty, and I love me some M. Night Shyamalan, I really do.
Mhm, mhm.
The first time I watched it was on DVD or maybe it was on streaming, I can't remember. Not
This
gonna
was
lie, I
different
fell
for him.
asleep.
I
I
think
fell
it's
asleep. I was tired though,
yeah.
but I fell asleep. Rewatching it was 'cause I started it over because I don't remember how I just know I was at home and rewatched the part that I fell asleep on, and I was like, "Oh, okay."
Mhm.
But yeah, this was different.
I mean, and the humor in it was there was more funny parts to me than scary. Just
Yeah.
being honest. However, it was creepy, it was very
Mhm.
unsettling, and I just wanna know why CPS didn't come get those kids because their mom is bad. That's what I feel.
You
So I stay trying to take somebody kids, but this right here,
but
the
she
bad mom.
see, I don't think she deserved CPS. What I do think is kinda crazy, I'm like, "You ain't seen these people since you were 18, and you just gonna send your kids with them? No,
I'm
no.
taking you, and
I
I'm gonna
don't
say hey to my parents.
we are gonna meet them at a mutual
Mhm.
location,
Yeah.
and that is
Mhm.
what it is, because there's no way, based on a letter,
Yeah.
that I'm gonna let them child, I don't my baby not even allowed to have sleepovers or
Me
go to
me
like,
too.
you
Ever. Yeah, so listen, I watch too many scary movies, but just for our audience, just in case you need a reminder of what the visit is
sorry.
2
Yeah.
siblings, they visit their estranged grandparents. Like we said, the daughter hadn't seen them in years, but they discover something is wrong with the parents. They start trying to tell their mom, and when they
Mhm.
take a picture of the parents and send it to the mom, and the mom is like,
It was video. Yeah, they were
"Video."
showing them on the video having a disagreement with the lady. Yeah.
Mhm. And she's like, "Who is that? That's not my mother. That's not my father." So what ends up happening is the actual grandparents, we used to go and visit the asylum or the home that these individuals were at. They used to talk about their grandchildren all the time, and they're like, "We want
Mhm.
that." So they go,
Mhm.
they escape, and they unalive the grandparents,
Mhm.
and they take their place because they want to have that grandparent experience just one time in their life.
Yeah. It was
They
I will listen, again, they don't call it a Shyamalan twist for nothing,
It was such a good
because
this was
that's
one of
a
my more favorite ones because I didn't see it coming.
I did not see it coming. I had actually wondered if, um it was more like they were involved in some,
Yeah,
like,
ritual.
supernatural, like, demonic ritual, like, cult-like things,
Yeah.
and that they were gonna end up getting sacrificed, and that's what was going
I
on,
thought they were just
but
sick.
to turn out, like, and I'm thinking that's why they stopped talking, like, she didn't like the way, because she was like, "Oh, yeah, my parents are hippies and blah, blah,
Mhm,
blah," and I'm like,
mhm.
"Oh, they into some cult stuff."
Yeah.
Well, why would you send your child to them? But anyway, but then to find out that can we talk about the end? Like, I was gagged the whole movie, but the shitty diaper in the face,
Yep. You coulda took me out. I don't believe in hitting old people, but,
but he
yeah.
was, he had talked about freezing
Mhm.
in the game, and I was like, "Oh, he is frozen." But then when he unfroze, he
Yeah.
went off. He
The
unleashed.
The scariest part for me, especially when I watched this now as a mom, was after the mom found out about it, just waiting for
Mhm.
her to get to them gave me anxiety. That part. Just that
Yeah.
unknown of, "Oh my god, get to your kids, get to the police." Like, she's calling the police, she's trying to get to them, and the fact that they did as they were told to do, and they played it cool as much as
Mhm.
possible before the mom got there, and I'm just like,
Yeah, I, probably woulda told my kids to get out.
"Yeah,
I'm like, "When you have the chance, leave your stuff
mhm,
there.
and go."
We will come back for that camera. We will come back for the laptop. I need
Mhm.
you to put your coat on, put your shoes on, and run to the next house.
Yeah, because
'Cause I
they couldn't
can't
have
get a
caught 'em.
hold of the police, run to the next house. Wasn't no way I was gonna be like, "Play it cool, I'll be there soon," because
Yeah.
how far were you?
But
Like,
you gotta
no,
think
no,
how
no,
long they
no.
were already with them.
I know, but they've also been telling her that they're getting creepier and creepier by the day.
Yeah, and I would've been like, "Let me talk to my mama." I would've been
Mhm.
like, it's no
What do you
way I
mean?
wouldn't have talked to them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you mean she's, like, forgetting stuff or acting weird or blah? Oh my
Yeah.
goodness. Can I talk to her?
Mhm. And that's why they and
Yes.
all the signs were there, but yeah, that's why I'm like, call CPS. Nonetheless,
Sicko.
they can keep the kids, but they can never leave the house again, basically. But
Never.
do you think it belongs on the list? It's a hard one for me.
Yes,
I'm
I
gonna
think
say
so.
yes.
I don't
Yeah.
I don't know if it should be up where it is. It should probably be closer towards the bottom somewhere.
Yeah.
I 100% believe that
It
it
was a
should be
good
on the
plot.
list because it was a good plot. It had frequent things that happened that left you feeling uneasy. Like, it was
Yeah.
never you never had a moment to just be like to let your guard down.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, it had me my stomach was turning the whole time, like, "Get out of
Mhm.
there, kids." So, I think it
Mhm.
deserves to be on the list, but it definitely, has some very funny times, funny moments that I was laughing and jumping at the same
Yeah.
time, so but It's different, the plot was good, I would've never thought anything like that, so
Right. Like,
mhm.
what is grandma doing crawling under the house? And then when she pop out, she dust off her clothes and it's just like,
Right.
"I made cookies." I'm like, "Bitch, what?"
Yeah. They were really playing like grandparents. They were acting like grandparents. So, when you
Oh
hindsight,
my
it makes sense,
gosh.
but during it, it's like, "What's
Mhm.
going on?" But again, this is the
Yeah.
director of Sixth Sense and the twist,
The
right? It's
Village
always the
and
twist.
yeah,
Yeah, so
there's
he
always a twist.
I wouldn't expect anything less. But yeah,
No. Okay.
that's 40 to 36. We just got, what, 35 to go, and there's some really good ones on the list, and there's some very questionable ones on the list that I can't wait to get to so I can say why.
Yes.
But
Uh-huh.
nonetheless, any thoughts about this 5 before we wrap these up?
Most were good movies. I'm
Mhm,
still not gonna let up off of Blair Witch. Like, I'm thinking about the first time I saw it now, and I'm just like, I still don't get it. I kinda get why
mhm.
people might, but I still don't get it. But
Yeah,
yeah, these were
scarier.
all pretty good movies.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And again
I
and
enjoyed.
yeah, yeah, and I'll say I like the creativity of Blair Witch and Paranormal when they came out.
Mhm.
But
Mhm.
but it shouldn't be scary to the average horror movie watcher now. To someone who
It shouldn't
doesn't
even
watch
be
it,
scary
maybe.
to the average person at this point
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
you
I
already
would
know what's up. Like,
yeah, I
that's what I
would
wanna know. Like, how are we is this year's list? Like, who did you have watch this?
yeah.
5-year-olds?
Yeah. 100%. 100%. So, with that said, catch us next time. We'll keep going down this list. It's taking us a while, but we
Yes.
gotta take it piece by piece and break it down.
We are committed to this,
Yeah.
okay?
If one of these were your favorite and we just completely trashed it and you don't feel the same, please tell us in the comments. If we missed another component of any of the movies, put it in the comment. We will not be offended. Promise. Um,
Yeah.
Dominique, can you
I'm
tell
still not gonna
everybody
take it
what to
back.
I ain't taking it back. Can you
I ain't
tell
taking it back.
everybody, where they
Alright.
can listen and watch us?
Yes, so you can see us live and in living color on YouTube. You can listen to us on Spotify. You can follow us on Facebook and Instagram, all of them at Fearapy Sessions.
Well, I look forward to seeing everybody at our next session. Until
See you
then,
next session, y'all.
bye.
Bye.